Welcome to today's race in Assetto Corsa, where we start from the back of the grid in this online race, hoping to get a good result and try and stay out of trouble. But let's see how we can go today. As we start this race from P25 on the grid, we are hoping to move our way up as the pack is slowly moving apart into T1, but we know it will compress, and that's when we'll have to start being careful. Here we are braking a bit early, making sure not to hit any cars, stay out of trouble, as we see the cars in front of us just getting closer and closer and just bunching together, forming this nearly three wide moment. As we can see it turn into three wide, very dangerous. We're just making our way around, being careful with the Aston on the left, McLaren on the right. We're just be careful, and we see a car spin, but luckily it is out of the circuit. Heading up the hill, we've got a Porsche coming back on the track and a Porsche in front of us, and we're just braking time, just avoiding it. Just moving up through the corners, heading into the chicane for big gaggle of cars as we just outbrake the Porsche and just narrowly avoid the Aston Martin. And then we head into the technical bit and we see a car spin and we get hit and we just miss it just in time. Let's see what just happened. As we're heading through the chicane and we just see these two McLarens squabbling in front for the same piece of track. We're just making our way through, and up ahead, contact is made, spinning them both out. The BMW getting hit, us just avoiding it but having a slight contact with the Porsche. As we are heading up the hill, trying to gain back the lost time from that contact, we just go over the hill, take too much of the apex and just run wide, giving us a warning, and then we go even wider, missing our braking zone, going off onto the dirty side of the track, which lets the car behind catch up to us slightly, which we do not want at this point in the race, as we just need to continue gaining time on the cars in front. As we are heading on to the third lap of our race, as we see the car behind just trying to do a lunge on us, just getting side by side with us, but we get the better exit. He is just keeping with us and he just starts getting the overrun. Brakes late, round our side, but just doesn't have the grip to go round. He's just keeping behind and we just have a slight adjustment, but he goes off the track and he's come back to the side, but at this corner you do not go like that, and he just can't make it through and we block him off, stopping him from making any further progress. But he's keeping with us, so I think he'll be someone to look out for later on in the race. Heading into the fourth lap of the race, we have gained on the car in front of us by about a second, and we are clearly the quicker cars. We go for a lunge on him, but we just can't make it stick. Now we're going to go down the hill, trying to get a little bit of draft, just to get that bit of overrun against him and try and overtake him as quickly as possible. We go round the outside, he just blocks us off, and he has a bit of a wiggle and just keeps it on the track, but we have the better run through here. So we are going up the hill. I'm going to pull to the side, try and get through, but there is just not the room, so we just go and take the apex, and he runs wide and we get past him really easily, just running a bit wide, so he gets back on us, but he just gives up and we go through another position. But as we go through the chicane, we can just see him bounce over the curb and hit the wall. He just took too much. We are starting our fifth lap of the race. We can see the BMW in front of us. It's looking a bit slow, 3 seconds a lap slower on that last lap. And we just go and start clawing some time onto him, taking our time, making sure to just hit every apex, try and be as quick as possible. We just look behind us just to make sure the car behind us is not gaining too much as we head down the hill. We can see the BMW having a little squirm, but he's keeping it under control so far. Now we go up the hill and we try and get a good run through here because it looks like that BMW struggled a bit through there. As we're going up the hill, now we hit the apex, make sure to take a good line through there. As we do, have a good, and there we go, yeah, good, good. We're doing all right. And oh, he just spun on his own.
Yellow flag is sector 1.
As we see the replay, and it just looks like he lost it on the throttle and just narrowly avoided the other cars on track. As we are just finishing lap 6 of our race, we can see the BMW pulling into the pit lane. Obviously it must have an issue, and we see the Porsche still on track going a bit wide, but just, you know, still keeping slightly ahead of us, but we look to have the raw speed against it. We go and brake late, just close up to the back of it, just keeping behind, and we power down the hill, trying to gain some time on it. Look behind at the BMW, making sure it's not getting us too much. We go down, 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 and he just has a little wiggle. And we manage to get a decent run. We make sure not to go too tight so we get a good run, but we have a bounce on the curb. Making sure to hit the apex, and we do. And we just brake a bit early to try and get the overrun on the car, get a better exit, which it looks like we are at the moment. Have a bit of a wiggle, but keeping it on track, heading into the chicane, and we see the Porsche go wide. Oh, he just keeps it. It doesn't go in front of us either, keeps it, and we just break in time. And we just get side by side with him, try and keep her still. Oh, he's just got the run, but we get past and he backs out with the BMW following right behind us. Heading into the 8th lap of our race, we can see that we've caught up to the Porsche ahead of us, braking late. He defends for some reason, even though we're not close enough, and he compromises his own line, goes wide as well. We're going down the hill, we're going to think about it, look at us, going to the inside, but we're going to keep it cool, stay behind for the moment. We go round the apex, and the Porsche seems to have a wiggle. He has a big wiggle, which slows him down significantly, letting us have a run on him. We flash our lights, saying that we're here. We look on the inside, but we do not go for it. But oh, he brakes too much, and we have slight contact with him, and he hits the wall and takes out the other Porsche. Not what we want to see in this race at all. In our 10th lap of this race, our BMW friend from earlier is catching up to us, and he looks to have more pace than we do. So we're going to have to be strategic about this. We are just going to stay on the outside, take our regular line, and he looks like he outbrakes himself, and he goes wide, but so do we, which compromises both of our lines. But we seem to get out of that situation better, having a better run out of the corner. He goes wide further. Here we can see it from an external view from our friend Mr. Marshall, and as we see our cars come into shot and we just both run wide, him going worse, going onto the dirty side of the track, getting his tyres mucked up. Heading into lap 11, it is clear that our BMW friend is quicker than us, so we need to be careful to not let him get the place. We brake into the apex, but he just seems to have a better run through the corner. So we go down the hill, we're looking back at him, we defend the inside line, but we brake and we go wide, and he manages to keep the inside, but he hits us. Contact is made, light contact. Here you can see us going down the hill, looking in our virtual mirror, and he just seems to get the inside because we go wide with that contact, and you can see we are not happy about that. heading on to the final lap of the race, and we seem to be the quicker car now, seeing that he needs to do the defending. We head into T1, get a better exit it seems, but no, we just hesitate a little bit onto the throttle as we go down the hill with the BMW running away. He goes wide, we try and get the inside, we slightly get it, but he has a wiggle, he has a big wiggle, and that gives us an opportunity to pounce on him as we're going up the hill, flashing our lights. And I'm thinking about a move, but not here. We just go wide, and we spin on the curb, ruining our chances of P5 in this race. What a shame. As we go down the hill, we can just see that the BMW has its wide moment, and we can like try and capitalize off that. So we try and get the better run. He has his wiggle. So then look at us. Of course, we're being filled with funness really, you know, trying to, we can maybe get that position. We're going up the hill. I'm flashing my lights again. And I just hit the apex slightly, but go a bit too wide, and the car just cannot hold, and we just have a lazy spin, keeping it out of the wall, and another spin just to help. In the end, we crossed the line in P6 after our BMW friend got a 30-second penalty for track limits, which is not bad seeing that we started last, but it's not good either seeing that we had quite a messy race by the end of it. In the end, quite an exciting race, which is good to have, you know, get a bit of excitement out of it. But thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and comment if you want me to continue this, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.